Good morning, guys.
Good morning, guys, even though it's
It's
night outside.
yeah, it's about to be midnight in
Yes.
17 minutes. Oh, I better turn my headlights on. That might help driving in the dark. We're pulling away from the church right now. It has been a wild 2 days.
This is day 3 of us getting home really late.
Yeah, so that's why, guys, we apologize, but we weren't able to do a devotional yesterday for you guys. And unless we do one now on the way home, we wouldn't be able to do one again, and we can't do that. We can't let it go 2 days. We miss you guys too much.
Yeah, we really do. We miss you guys a lot.
So, wow, where do I start? First of all, I want to thank Alan.
Yes.
Brother Alan, who helped with a lot of the construction, along with other brothers, when we first moved into the building. He's been installing the sink in the front lobby so we can finally have our cafe. As you know, you can't have a cafe without a running water, without a sink,
Yeah.
It's impossible. And man,
Absolutely. And then I'd like to thank
I want the tank.
I want to thank I want to thank Abraham for being a little helper.
Yeah.
Because I know he's been coming in to help him, and I'd also like to thank Sister Janet for helping with some other stuff as well. Just so many people that have just stepped in and helped, but Alan has really just embarked in a new area for him, and man, it's looking beautiful.
Yeah.
And not just that, though, also, I think I'd like to share, that it didn't even just start with a sink, though. It started with part of the fence.
Yes.
Yes, and Brother Danny as well. So maybe you'd like to share that, because they haven't even been.
Yeah, we haven't even shared with you guys about this, but
the crazy week that we've had.
let me say this, right? Is that, as you know, we've been saving up money to fix the church van. At first, originally, we finally had $600 to fix it, and then we found out 2 catalytic converters were stolen out of the church van. So we've been kind of stuck there at $600. The different people have blessed us with, and we've just been holding on to it, right? And about 2 weeks ago, we said, you know what? Let's take this van in and let's just get it fixed. But, we went to Tahoe. We did a lot of things, guys, that we didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, we went with the young adults.
And I thank God. I'll tell you why. Because a few days ago, the alarm went off, or not the alarm, the notification. You were already asleep. You were knocked out.
Yeah.
I was barely laying down. My phone, when notification said that there was camera movement in the back of the church. Many times it's a cat. But I looked and I saw 2 guys that had cut the lock on the swinging door, and they went under the van to steal the catalytic converter that wasn't there. And then they ended up taking, this is messed up, right? Is that we had 5 giant bags of recycled cans that we were going to bless Eli with for his ministry. And these guys, man, break into a church and
with
took
a big old banner that says Jesus
on the back, and they took the big 5 cans, and we had to call the police. It was 2 a.m, so Pastor Al had to come out, and Lydia, and talk to the police, and we had the guys on camera. I caught the guys on camera. I spoke to them, and when I spoke, by just reaction, they looked up at the camera, and I saw their faces, at least one of them. Anyways, so the next day we go and have to put another lock on there, and then 2 days later, or the next 2 days later, right?
The following night.
Yeah, the following night, we show up in the morning, and the fence is cut. Somebody else had cut the fence to try to get the catalytic converter
again.
that is non-existent.
Well, we awoke to the alarm again. I told you, I said, babe, I said,
oh yeah,
somebody again broke in again, and this was at 5 in the morning now. At literally like at 4:45, almost 5 in the morning, and once again they had broken in again. We thought that they had possibly somehow had jumped over, but we ended up getting over to the church really early in the morning because that day I had a doctor appointment, and we ended up going to the church before, and sure enough we looked, and they had actually cut open the fence, guys.
Yeah, well, this was messed up, guys. Is nothing was taken, but now you ruined our fence
again.
And here's the thing. I don't know if you guys remember, or if you recall, or maybe you didn't know. On one side, we ended up putting corrugated steel that you can't cut through that, but we still had the alley side to do, and we never did it. And that's the side that got cut, right? So that morning, I let brother Alex know in Merced, and he got a hold of Danny. And Danny fixes fences, right? Like, I didn't even know fences could be fixed. I thought once a fence was cut, that's it. But remember last time he fixed it? This brother showed up within 2 hours to fix that fence.
Yeah, and then Alan showed up and fixed the other side.
So we ended up putting a whole different locking mechanisms that cannot be cut. I mean, he'd have to be there for an hour to get in. And we're going to put corrugated steel. We're going to secure that back because we do want to get the van fixed. Obviously, it's a church van, And so we found just weak points, and we're going to deal with it.
Yeah.
So that all started then. And then Alan said, what's up? 2 weeks ago, he had planned already on putting the sink in, guys. And this is not putting a sink, like changing a sink. This is putting a sink where there never was a sink. So you got to tap into the wall, tap into the water line, tap into the drain. That's a lot of work, And so he started yesterday morning and couldn't finish it. So today, the brother he has a full-time job. So he went home last night and slept 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours. Went to work, and then came straight to the church and just left. And he's going to get another 3.5 hours, man. And I'm just like, man, I feel so bad, You were telling him, go home. Like,
I told him, you need to get home. I said, that's it, go home. I didn't want him there to not be able to get rest, So,
yeah.
Guys, we are just, it's beautiful because I get it, because
they're not doing it for us.
This is not, for us, this is our church together collectively. And it's beautiful because I see the hands at work because people love their church, and I love it because, the other day we were outside playing in the back with his kids, and the kids were running and we were playing red light, green light, and the kids were throwing their little baseball around and catching and everything. And, but this is our home, this is our church together collectively. This is where his children are going to grow up, and other people's children are going to grow up. And this is what we do as a family. But he sees that, and this is where the vision is captured, and we see, we're able to see that. And if you're able to see that, then a lot of the times you're able to you go above and beyond, and this is why it is so important that when we do something from our hearts, and we do it for the love of God, and for oh my God, I'm so tired that I'm just like, we do it for the right reasons, and not because we're obligated. Man, you begin to see the fruit of it, and it's never done in vain. And I praise God for the love and the help that these brothers and sisters are putting forth. And that's the fruit of their labor when they begin to see children play, when they begin to see people grow in the things of Christ and everything, because that day is going to come when they're going to see families coming together and everything and enjoy from their hard work, you know?
Yeah.
And that's going to be beautiful when they see that. But there's always light at the end of the tunnel, guys, because through this busy week and everything, man, so many wonderful things have taken place through all of this, because there has been such amazing fellowship through all of this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I think we did already talk about that. We did do a devotional, didn't we?
No,
on Sunday
not
night?
Not just about that, though. But even throughout all of this, it has been nothing but just straight fellowship.
Yeah.
People have come, even through all of this taking place, people have been stopping by, and there's been fellowship throughout all of it.
Yeah, we have been at the church from Sunday to Tuesday to now, 3 days straight. Other than sleeping at home, we have been at the church, and people just come. People come to fellowship. People come to help. People bring food. You know, just different brothers and different sisters. It's been ongoing 3 days nonstop. And guess what? Tomorrow, which is today for you, again, because it's Wednesday and it's Bible study tonight.
Yeah, and we have to be there a little bit earlier. And we had a couple that came from San Leandro.
Yeah, all the way from San Leandro. Or they from San Jose, because they work in San Jose.
Yeah, Jessica, Jonathan? Oh my God, Jonathan.
Don't ask me, because I'm bad with names. Brother, he's a brother, you know?
Yeah. So they came, and they happened to be in Tracy, and they came all the way from San Leandro. And that's, you know, it was crazy, because she messaged me and she says, hey, I'm in Tracy, you know, and you know, we're here from San Leandro. And I said, well, we're here at the church. And she says, okay, we'll be over. And we had such an amazing, you know, time of fellowship, of being able to, you know, to really, you know, see them in person, because we've only fellowshipped with them through Zoom.
Yeah.
And they decided to stop on by, and I was really, really blessed to finally get to meet them. They got to meet Lydia and Al, because Al and Lydia stopped by too. And then, of course, Janet was there with us today with Anthony, and then Eli was there again today, and then Louis was there today, and then Diana and Johnny stopped by today.
With spread?
Yeah, so, and you know, and so there's always beautiful fellowship that stops by.
People pass by, and if they see the lights on, they just stop.
Yeah. But it's a blessing, guys. It truly, truly is a blessing, because not only do we talk about the Lord, I mean, there's a lot of brainstorming going on, a lot of ideas that get thrown out, and I really believe that this is how we capture the vision together, and we begin to talk about things and everything, and it's beautiful, because this is what we need, you know. That's how things are born. That's how things are just brought together, and things, new ideas come to birth, you know, and it's exciting.
So, also yesterday was Monday, so in the middle of us being there, and Alan, you know, I feel bad, guys. I feel bad, Alan being there and me not being there, even though I have no idea how to do this stuff. I just feel like how can I be at home on my couch while Alan is working on the church? So we make our way there, you know, and I don't leave. We don't leave until Alan leaves, because why should we be home resting while he's working? You know, that's how I think, right? So anyways, yesterday was the second outreach, you know, with Eli, as far as us announcing it to the church, you know, I mean, because he's been doing it for quite a while, and then that was been like the fourth time he's gone out, but the time that we really have announced it at the church, correct?
Well, he's never. You mean it's this?
He started Mondays already a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and I think in a sort of a different area.
No, it's right there.
No, the 9th, I think it's the 4th time there, on 9th and
yeah, I know, the 4th time.
Yeah, the 4th time that.
But the second time that we
collaboration with him with House Arrest.
But it's the second time we really pushed it.
Yeah.
And I stayed there because Brother Tomas, also came over because he's going to be doing some work. So I stayed with him, and you went. And about how many people went out?
There was close to maybe about 22 people.
22 people on this huge intersection in downtown Modesto.
It was beautiful, man.
And
Beautiful.
Me and Tomas showed up late because he was sizing some things he had to measure because some things we're going to have him do. And maybe the last 30 minutes we headed over there, and it looked insane. It was just flags and people praying for people, different corners, people with Christian flags. I mean, the whole church. I mean, obviously not the whole church was out there, but it looked...
It was beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah, it looked awesome.
It was just color everywhere and just Jesus everywhere, and it was just beautiful. I loved it. I loved it. I just see God on the move. God is just on the move. You know, today we finally got our final approval, guys. I'm really, really excited. I've been working with an organization, and today I finally, decided to check in with them and say, hey, listen, I need to, see, I'm checking up on this approval to see if we got the final approval for us to have the go-ahead with the food program. And, and I told him, hey, listen, if we're not going to be able to get approved in this county, then can you guys direct me in the right direction? And they said, you know what, actually, we would love to work with you guys, because we're not part of their county. So because we're not part of their county, they were thinking that they were not going to be able to work with us. But you know what? They're going to go ahead and work with us. They said, you know what? We want to work with you. We normally don't, but we want to work with you guys because we want to try something different with your church. So I'm excited, guys, because they said it's a go-ahead. I have a quick meeting with them tomorrow, or actually today now. And I'm excited because we are going to be, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go ahead and get out into our communities, meet families, and help the families in need with food, with groceries, guys. And I'm excited about that because not only are we gonna do that, but we're going to also help them with with clothing and everything, and with drug and alcohol counseling, because you guys know that Sister Lydia, this is what she does. And we're not going to just do a drive-by, but we're going to make it to where we can actually be able to meet the families and reach the families and everything. And then on top of that, we have a boxing center that's literally right across the street from us. And we started to notice that the gentleman has about 30 to 35 kids every Wednesday, or practically almost every day when he's there. And, we're like, you know what? These have to be the first families that we reach are here local to us, the ones that are literally right across the street from us. And I went to have a talk with him, and I said, listen, we want to start here. We want to start with these kids' families first, because we know that you obviously work with these children because you're trying to keep these kids off the street, for a reason. And that's exactly what he does. He gives them a lower rate and everything because he really helps these kids out and keeps them off the street. So that's why he gives them a better rate and everything. And you know what? And we said, okay, then you know what? This is where we're going to start. We're going to start with these families and be a blessing within our community and those that are easier to reach here with these families. So guys, we're excited because there's just a lot of things that we're doing right now. And man, it's exciting. It's really, really exciting.
You said everything. You didn't give me a chance to share none of it.
I'm so excited.
I guess I'll share. I threw the garbage out,
and I just can't hide it.
So, I will say this, guys.
Well, because those are the things that I took care of. Say something.
I am. In the beginning of the year, every single year since House of Rest has been established, every year the Lord gives me the theme for the year. You know, and this year, and I always just usually, you know, just in prayer and talking to God, usually around December, like the Lord starts to speak to me about that year. I remember one year was the year that demons ain't gonna hide in the church, you know, and I remember giving my first sermon, and I said, there's a lot of you here that ain't gonna be here. You're not, because you're not gonna be comfortable. Your demons that you embrace are not gonna be comfortable in this place. And there was a lot of cleaning house that happened that year. I called it. Well, not me, the Lord called it, and I just spoke it, remember? This year, the Lord said, this is the year of growth. And to be honest with you, I didn't know how to take it, because there's certain growth that I don't want. You know, because I hear a lot of preachers talk about growth, bigger church, bigger building, bigger, and the Lord knows my heart, you know. We're not trying to build 1,000-person church. But there has been places that we've been lacking in growth, but I think it's more not lacking. I guess I want to say this, is I think I used this example the other day, is like when you play Monopoly, Risk, or chess, or checkers, you got to set the pieces and get them all in place. And I feel like the last 11 years that House of Rest has existed, God has been putting things in place. And this is the year now to start making moves. And all of a sudden, the food ministry that you're talking about, you know, partnering up with Eli and hitting the streets in a massive way like we never have. These youth that are across the street, just a lot of little things.
Conference.
Yeah, the conference at
the school.
Yeah, I haven't even talked about that, but I just signed an agreement with my Bible college that we're going to become a satellite, guys. And I just got the approval. I'm going to just say it right now to you guys. Because normally the Bible college and a satellite school only allowed me to operate in my local area. But I explained to the Bible college about you guys, about many of you that are out of state. And they gave me the approval to extend that out to our internet congregation. So this is stuff that's going to happen, is we're going to be able to, those of you that are called for leadership, you're going to be able to do these classes for not only certification, but even for degrees and associates and bachelors, even masters. You know, and that is another part of growth that's not going to be offered not only to the local church, but to you guys. And we're going to establish that. I just signed a contract with them. So that, and what else am I forgetting? All of these things that equal growth, you know, the growth in reaching the youth, in reaching the young adults, and reaching the kids across the street, and reaching our community, and feeding our community. I mean, all of these things. Oh, the evangelizing, the reaching out, you know,
evangelizing, and being able to establish leadership in other cities. You know,
so
and everything.
So many things, guys, that we have felt like it wasn't time, and then the Lord said, "This is the year of growth," and boom, we're in February, and boom, look at all these things now.
Yeah, because we're being intentional.
Yeah,
you know,
and God is just opening doors. You know,
the prison ministry. There was a pause with the prison ministry. Guys, you know, there had been a pause with the prison ministry because we were trying to figure things out. Today we learned about we learned about a few systems and new systems that the prison ministry is actually using, that the reason why they're using it is because of contraband. We're finally learning, guys, a lot of things and the reasons why,
why we were getting stuff back.
Yeah, why we were getting stuff back and everything. So some of the stuff that we're doing now is becoming better. Is becoming better for us to use. And then now on top of that, I'm actually partnering up with an organization that is dealing is worldwide, okay, which is beautiful. And they actually started doing some events up in Southern California. They did some events. They're going to be doing some events here in Northern California, which is beautiful because I'm now going to be able to partner up with them.
Is it statewide?
No, it's not just statewide, but it's worldwide. But
World?
they're actually, yes, worldwide. She said worldwide.
Wow.
But the thing
I didn't
is
realize
that,
that.
yeah, it's worldwide, but she's in charge of California.
This district. Oh,
Yes,
I see.
she's in charge of California. So the beautiful thing now, guys, is that we're going to be able to get involved with California and do something here in Northern California.
Amen.
With this organization. And I'm excited about it. I'm really, really excited about it. And I was able to I took a leap of faith and I said, Lord, I am going to put us out to the group Families in Action. I was always scared to put us out to Families in Action, but because now I have opened it up for people to step up and build a group within the church to help out with the prison ministry, I said, it's time now. I need to do it, because if I don't do it, then we're never going to step out. And I finally did it. And we have gotten, I think I told you, I sat down with Eli and you today, and I said, guys, we have 10 new, just this in the last week and a half, I think we have 10 new inmates coming in, and they have come in through a different source other than our online and our basic online people. So guys, we're finally starting to go outside of our online viewing and everything. We're actually going out through different sources now, and those people are now starting to come and listen to our sermons and listen, because they're not just coming through because we know you, and because we come through a family or something like that. They're coming because of different sources now, and that's a big deal, guys. It's beautiful that people are seeing us through different sources now. So I'm excited. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, we probably wouldn't have had a devotional. It's already 12:10 midnight.
But we had a lot to share, guys. We have a lot to share with you guys.
Yeah, so we wanted to just make this video on the way home and let you guys know what's going on. Also to remind you that we have Bible study tonight, every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I think we're on part 7 of the story of King David, and hopefully you've been watching that, and man, it's been getting really good. Even those Wednesdays, ever since we turned it into a teaching service, it's really starting to fill up. Before, I don't know if you remember, those of you that have been with us for a while, we used to have the Bible studies in the lobby, and it was just, it wasn't sufficient space. So then we moved to the sanctuary, which then felt empty, because the same 12 people that would fill up the lobby, now it felt empty, the same 12 people in the sanctuary. But it's starting to it's starting to fill up, and
it's almost like a service already.
Yeah, because we start with worship, we start with the countdown, people are coming, and people are liking it, and that's a blessing, man, because that's what this is about, is opening the Word of God, is opening the Word and letting it permeate us, let it and understand it, and read it together, and question things and discuss things, and I think I just see beautiful things happening, and I love the fact that the Lord confirmed it, because when the Lord told me growth, and I know a lot of people might say, oh, of course the pastor's going to hear growth, because that's what pastors want. Guys, if you know my heart, that's not what we're about. I've always said, how many times have I said, we're not here to build a mega church.
We're here to build mega Christians.
Yeah, mega Christians. So when the Lord said, this is the year of growth, I almost kind of like, God, I don't want growth, but growth comes in different ways. It doesn't necessarily mean in the way a prosperity preacher is talking about. There's growth in the way we can reach the community, in the way we can feed the community and reach the youth and reach the young adults and reach our own and build up leaders and have a school to where you guys can get built. So that all counts as growth. And it all, just beautiful things, guys, beautiful things. And then another thing too, guys, is that like, it really let me see when Sunday, why did we stick around? Oh, because you and the women went to go eat.
Yes.
Right? So us fellas, I'm just like, you know what? Ain't no women here. Let's go grab a bunch of meat and barbecue it, right? Because we have a grill in the back. See, women, they want to have their little sides and this and that. Us guys, man, you just throw some meat on the grill and we're happy. We don't even need plates. We just grab the meat and eat it. You know what I mean? So we were all in the back, took out chairs, and just had a good old time, you know. And it helped me visualize, like, even having the sink in and having the cafe and what that'll do, you know, it creates a place and an atmosphere for people to stick around because people don't leave anyways.
Yeah.
You know, so we might as well be there and have a coffee or have an iced coffee or have, you know.
So eventually we're going to, you know, be able to create an atmosphere where we're going to be able to do that and possibly, you know, set up tables and, you know, set it up real nice so where we can be able to do that.
Yeah.
And hopefully, you know, hopefully we will be. And you know, it won't happen tomorrow, guys, you know, because, you know, this is going to obviously take, you know, take some creativity, you guys. It's going to take some finances and creativity and everything, but we'll get it done, you know, day by day. Day by day we'll do it.
And, you know, and it's like after service, so many times there's visitors. And it creates an atmosphere where, hey, you don't got to leave right away. You know, get a coffee. You know, let me talk to you. You know, Sharon, meet them and me meet them. And it just, guys, we always want to have a place, not just to come and sit and listen to a sermon, but to fellowship, to bond, to get to know each other. Yeah. You know, and if we have little bakery stuff or whatever and over coffee and just literally break bread, that's what creates community, guys.
Yeah, that's always been our culture. Our culture has been family, guys, and that has always been us. We love to be family, guys, and we love having that culture. That's us. That's us, guys. We don't like to get rid of ya, and you guys don't like to get rid of us.
Yep.
So,
David didn't work. Where's Abraham?
I don't know. Where is Abraham?
Yeah. So, all right, guys, we're home. So I'm going to start rendering this video. God bless you guys. Like I said, meet us for Bible study. It's going to be a really good Bible study, part 7 of the life of King David. And we appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much. Tell them bye.
Bye, guys. I need to call and see where my son's at.
Yeah, he left
before us.
He left a few minutes before us. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.